What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan and I'm Digimon X45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have a deck profile for the EX8 format. It's our first deck profile. We're starting yellow, one of my favorite colors, as you well know. We are having our Sakuyamon X-Antibody deck, our Sakuyamon Rush, aggressive OTK deck. It's really fun. I love Sakuyamon. I've tried to build the deck several times. I've done several videos on the channel just because I love the deck so much. It's never really been to a place where I feel like it could take on the meta. I feel like it's closer now than it's ever been. I mean, we're going to get Tau Loop in 2.5, and then unfortunately it's going to be a completely different deck, and it's going to be broken unless they pre-hit it or something like that. But we're getting into our deck profiles, and sorry about the lack of content. I had a screw up with one of the videos yesterday, so I have 2 videos going up today, and I might have a couple videos going up on Friday, as well as getting more of these deck profiles up. We're going to do at least 4 of the deck profiles for EX8. We've got red, green, and black decks to do. I don't know if I'm going to do anything with purple at this point, or if I'm going to, do an updated hybrid deck profile, or if I'm going to do anything with blue at this moment in time. But I'm having a lot of fun with the Sakuyamon deck, so let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the cards and the choices that we made and what we could potentially do differently. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notifications. You'll miss a single minute of the fun. All right, without further ado, as always, we're going to get into it here. Let us start out with our Digi-eggs. We are running the 4 of the only Viximon we have until BT19. The BT19 Viximon's probably going to be the one we'll run after this, but for right now, it's your turn once per turn. When you use a option card with 2 costs or more, draw 1 card. So your famous draw egg. So we'll put that over there. Then we'll get into our level 3s here. We're starting out with 2 Renamon from BT17. We got one of the nice alts, but we have another one in the mail, so we will have all these alted out. As usual, I like my shininess. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 Digimon card with Cubimon, Taumon, or Sakuyamon in its name, and 1 Rika, or use cost 2 or higher option card among them to your hand. So this is cool because it's not just the Rika, it also lets you add the option. So it's better than things like the Cubimon that let you just add options. And then it's inheritables when you use an option card with use cost 2 or more. Give one of your opponent's Digimon security minus until the end of the turn. Security minus is actually super huge. Can be really detrimental to your opponent unless they have security plus 1,000,000 or lots of Digimon on the field. But it's really, really, really good. We play 4 of the OG EX2 Renamons, which is the reveal top 4. Add a QB, Tau, Sakuya name in name, or a Rika among them to your hand. So basically everything but the option. But it has the better inheritable, which is when you use an option card with cost 2 or more, gain a memory. Memory gain is super important in this deck, so you got to play 4 of it. We would play more of the BT17 one, but I think the memory gain is super important. So we play 2 of the EX4 Renamon, which has the same inheritable, but it digivolves. It's a blue-yellow digivolves from Viximon for cost 0. And until the end of the opponent's turn, 2 of their Digimon with 4,000 DP or less can attack. So that's kind of cool, especially if they have like lots of Rookie Rush. That's really good for you. And then we play 2 of the new Renamon X-Antibody, which has the on-play when digivolving effect. It can digivolve on a Renamon for 0 or on a level 2 for 0. Return 1 option card with plugin in its name from your trash to your hand, so it gets your plugins back. And then its inheritable is when you use an option card with cost 2 or more, one of your opponent's Digimon gains a minus 2,000 DP. The thing that's really cool about this, like it's a 4 cost, so it's like Impmon, it's higher if you have to slap it down. But just the fact that it just gets you those option cards back are super good. And just if you bring up a Renamon, it's a free Digivolve, so that's always great. So we go with that. That is our rookie lineup. It doesn't seem like a lot. It's only 10 rookies, but there's so much stuff in this deck that just feels like there's not enough room for more rookies. The only thing is we are getting a new Renamon in BT19. I'm not sure yet if that's going to be preferable over some of these ones. Definitely the new Cubimon. For level 4s, I am playing 3 of the EX2 Cubimon, which is when digivolving, reveal top 3, add an option card with plug in its name to your hand, put the rest on the bottom, and it has the when you use inheritable, when you use an option card, minus 2,000 to one of your opponent's Digimon's DP. We're also playing 3 of the BT17 QB. It's one, if you don't have a Rika, it lets you play a Rika without paying the cost. So it's that, I don't play 4 because once you use it once at the beginning of the game, you don't want it again. This is going to be replaced for the BT19 one, which lets you play up to 2 Rikas for free on Digivolve. And then it has the same inheritable as the BT17 Rena, which is the minus security attack when you play an option card. Lastly, I'm playing 2 Wizardmon for a total of 8 champions. Now, I could have played the BT10 Cubimon. It's pretty good, but I do like the when Digivolving by trashing your top security card, draw 1 and gain a memory. That can be very helpful to get up to like Ultimate and then to Mega, as well as the all turns inheritable. When this yellow Digimon with the data or Witchelney, whatever trait would leave the battle area by your opponent's effects by trashing the top security card, it doesn't leave. So that's kind of nice because you do put cards on your security stack sometimes with some of your effects option wise. So having to trash it isn't always the worst thing, especially if it protects your Digimon. So I do like the Wizardmon protection. If I end up changing this, I would probably just run a couple, BT10 QBs, or maybe a 4th copy of that. I'm not sure, but I do like the Wizardmon. It is kind of cool. So that's it for our level 4. So again, low level 4 count. Getting into the level 5s, we play 3 of the Talmon from EX2. It lets you just play a free Rika with when on Digivolving. So that's good. No drawbacks. And then it has the inheritable to give your opponent minus 2000 DP when you play an option. The better one, though, is the 4 of the BT17 Talmon, which lets you, it has barrier, and when Digivolving, you may use an option card that has plug in its name or is yellow from your hand with the cost reduced by 2. So basically, you're playing a lot of them for free. And then it has the when attacking inheritable. If this Digimon has Sakuyamon in its name, you may use one option card that has plug in its name or is yellow in the hand. Same thing. It's basically the same effect as its inheritable when attacking. So this lets you play cards for free. Basically, play most of your plugins for free or reduced cost. Or yellow, you can play like a training for free. So that's really good. So this is a really good card. You need 4 of this. I think it's the it's really good. That's it for the level 5s. 7's good number for that. Getting into the megas, we play 3 of the Sakuyamon from EX2, which is when Digivolving. It Digivolves for 3. When Digivolving, unsuspend one of your Digimon, and for each Tamer you have in play, return 1 option card with plug in its name from your trash to your hand. So this is where you can combo off with Talmon, like give it jamming on Digivolving attack, strip, and then unsuspend, and then add things like security plus back to your hand so that you can continue to use it. Your turn, when you use an option card with total 2 or more, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn. So that's really, really good. And we play 1 of the Sakuyamon from BT17, which can Digivolve from a maid mode for 1. We don't play any maid mode. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about if I want to try out some maid mode, but I'm liking this right now. Again, it has barrier. Digivolves for 3. When Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6,000. So it's all, for the turn. Then from your hand and without paying the cost, you may use 1 5 cost or lower option card that has plug in its name or is yellow. Your turn once per turn. When you use an option card with a cost of 2 or more until the end of your opponent's turn, their effects can't return this Digimon to the hand or deck. So protection, which is really good, and not as aggressive as the other Sakuyamon, but still really, really, really good. And the barriers always nice. Then we play 3 of the new Sakuyamon X-Antibody. Digivolves from a level 6 with Sakuyamon in its name and without the X-Antibody trait for a cost of 1, so it can Digivolve from maid mode, so that's good. Other than that, Digivolves for 4. If Sakuyamon or X-Antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, play 1 Uka no Mitami token, which has a yellow Digimon with 9000 DP and Rush. Your turn once per turn. When one of your Digimon attacks, you may use 1 single color option card with the cost of 5 or less from your hand without paying the cost. If this effect, use 1 of your Digimon unsuspends. So this is where you can kind of get those multiple attacks and potentially OTK, especially if you're getting those attack Plugins back to your hand, getting security attack +1. You know, you can attack with Talmon, with jamming, or, you know, and then you can Digivolve, play a, you know, with your different effects, you can play the security attack +1, and then unsuspend, and then, you know, check 2, and then play Sakuyamon, you know, play another option card potentially, and just get multiple attacks. So this is how you OTK with the token and the rush and everything like that. So that's all really good. So that is it for our high level monsters. We didn't, or level 6s. We didn't really have room for level 7s. We're playing 3 Rika, the original Rika, which is your memory tamer from EX2. And then when you attack with a Digimon with Renamon, Cubimon, Talmon, or Sakuyamon, its name, you may suspend this tamer to use one option card with plugin in its name from your hand without paying the cost, without paying its memory cost. And then it's a free use. And then, of course, we play 3 of the BT17 Rika, which is start your main phase. If your opponent has a Digimon, gain a memory, so you can start your turn with 4 memory, which is all really good. Main by placing this Tamer and 1 Cubimon and 1 Talmon in your trash as one of your Renamon's bottom Digivolution cards. That Digimon may Digivolve into Sakuyamon in the hand for a Digivolution cost of 4, ignoring the Digivolution requirements. If this effect Digivolve, you may return 1 option card from your trash to your hand. So that's really good because it gets you an option card to use. It warps. This is not the best Rika, but right now, because we're waiting for our other Rika in BT19, I think 3 and 3 is perfect for your numbers, especially if you're taking that aggro OTK thing, being able to warp at the start of your turn, having 4 memory and being able to warp into any Sakuyamon for 3, or for the Digivolution cost. Sorry, Digivolution cost of 4. So you do have to warp for 4. But you with this and the other Rika, you can start every turn with 4, and then hopefully you have some of those memory gain abilities, which will allow you to go into Sakuyamon X-Antibody and kind of win game. But yeah, that's our Tamers. Plugins, 2 offensive plugins. Gets you security attack +1. Again, all these cards, if you have a Tamer in play, you don't have to meet its color requirements. You need your Tamers as fast as you can. That's why we're running so many. Security effect reveals top 3, adds a Tamer from them to your hand and places the rest on the bottom of the deck, and then adds it to your hand. High speed plug-in D is your jamming. Same thing, gives you jamming. Security ability, draw 1 and put it in your hand. All 2 costs. We play 3 of the Digivolution plugin. Move those up here. 3 of the Digivolution plugin. S, which is draw 1, and then you may Digivolve one of your Digimon into a Digimon card in the hand that can Digivolve for a Digivolution cost of 3 or less without paying its Digivolution cost. So most of your Digivolutions are 3 costs other than Sakuyamon X-Antibody. So basically, you can Digivolve for 2. Anything you would Digivolve for 3, you can Digivolve for 2 with this card. And you get to draw 1, so you basically draw 2 for the Digivolution, so it gets you into more chances of having your top end or more plugins to play off of effects. And then reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Security ability, add 1 Digimon to your hand, place the rest on the bottom of the deck, and then add that card to your hand. Lastly, we play 3 of the Pause plugin P promo, which is until the end of your opponent's turn, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 6,000 DP, and that Digimon, so when Digivolving effects don't activate, which is super gross. And then its security ability is to give one of your opponent's Digimon minus 6,000 DP for the turn, and then add this card to the hand. So I love it, and then because it's a yellow, you don't have to worry about the higher than 2 cost for some of the abilities. And then lastly, we play 2 physical training because it's a yellow 2 cost card. It's great. It lets you go basically a free Digivolution, and it gets your pieces to your hand, your Tamers, and your Digimon. So that is it. That is the deck. I'm loving it so far. I love Sakuyamon. Such a great card, and I'm super excited that this deck got support. And it's getting more support, too. It's going to be even better. I'll probably be playing it into 2.5 format. Of course, there's so many decks that are going to be good in 2.5 format. There's like 17 decks I want to play. Jessmon, Imperial Dramon. They're all red. Gallantmon. Oh, my gosh. 2.5 is going to be nuts. I'm not going to be able to play half the stuff that I want to. But yeah, that is what we're looking at here is our Sakuyamon deck. Tell me what you guys think. Did we do a good job? Are you excited for the deck? Are you playing this deck? Are you waiting for Talmon Loop to basically take the meta by storm? If it is going to take the meta by storm, since we're going into a BT19 / BT 20 meta, so 20 might outpace 19, and we'd be like, what the heck? But we'll have to wait and see. As always, we'll bring you some more deck profiles. Tell us how you like it. And looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. We hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.